You guys ready for this one? Today we're going to be checking out the Dean V Stealth from Dean Guitars. I cannot wait to get into this and share this guitar with you guys. Let's get right into it. So what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Ray. I'm a guitar player here on YouTube. If you're brand new to my channel, I have quite the story for you, quite the video for you. Thank you so much for clicking on it. And if you want to consider hitting that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Let me catch you up to speed. So this past week has been crazy for me. Long story short, I won't spend a lot of time on this story, but I sold my Gibsons, made a video about it. Evan Rubinson, the CEO of Dean Guitars, saw that said video, hooked it up with a brand new V in replacement because I was getting rid of the dead weight Gibson guitars, and now here we are, we have a brand new V in the studio. My last video that is currently on my channel has done so well at the time of filming this video. You guys have been really digging it, and it's awesome, man. It's been so much fun meeting a bunch of longtime Dean players, and just the whole community seems to be really happy with Dean Guitars, and I am very fortunate and very lucky that it happened to me. But now it's the moment of truth, guys. We got to figure out how this thing sounds, right? So real quick, the specs with this guitar: mahogany body, ebony board, 85, excuse me, bridge neck pickups by EMG, jumbo frets, Grover tuners, set neck design with the Ultra Access heel, C-shaped neck, 2 volumes, 1 master tone, 3-way, and guys, it is a mean machine. So how this video is going to work is this. First, we're going to do a demo song, and then I'll give you guys some isolated guitars. This guitar is running through my EVH 5153 EL34 50-watt head. That's a mouthful. This amp blew up on me about a month ago, but it's back here in the studio, good to go, no faults, and it just sounds huge, man. Oh my god, wait till you hear this thing. This guitar is in drop C, and after the demo song, we'll come back, I'll give you some isolated guitar sounds, and then after that, we'll talk about this guitar, alright guys? Without further ado, sit back, enjoy it. This is what this guitar sounds like.
Taping over the logos.
Sounds killer, right? I mean, it sounds pretty good, right? I knew before I made that song what it was going to sound like, but it's just so awesome when you have some EMGs, a mahogany body running through an EVH amp, right? But man, it just ceases to amaze me how just how raw and how heavy and aggressive it sounds. So now I'm going to give you a portion of the rhythm tracks from that demo song so you guys can hear what this guitar sounds like by itself, not in a mix. Alright, now let's talk about it. The overall theme, the overall positive of this guitar, I think it's pretty obvious, is that this thing is a full-on metal machine. One thing that I really dig about the V-shape is a love-hate relationship for me personally, because you kind of need a strap, you know, to sit down and play, and I play sitting down quite a bit. But what I love about this V-shape in particular compared to some other brands is how thick the actual body is. I mean, this body is very thick, and I always had, like, again, a love-hate relationship with the V-shape in general, of how thin the bodies were, because you would be sitting down and you don't really have a lot of wood here to begin with, and then you have it very close to your body, so you're almost playing like this. But for whatever reason, I think, again, it's because of how thick the actual body is on this D&V. It's very thick, and it allows my forearm to sit further out away from my body. And I like having the guitar almost like an acoustic guitar. You know how when you're playing an acoustic guitar, your forearm's sitting very far from your body. You kind of manhandle or woman handle the guitar, you know what I mean? You can really just like get a huge grasp on it. That's how I feel with this Dean. The extra added, I don't even know how much, maybe quarter of an inch, half an inch, does a serious amount of difference for me. And again, it just feels comfortable, and it feels more natural, and I'm not like just playing it because it's a cool shape. Like, it actually works for me. Another huge positive for me is the fretboard. Now, I love the huge blocks on this fretboard, and if you're brand new to my channel, you might not know this about me, but I've said this a lot on all my videos. I am not a fan of just a completely black or maple or ebony, you know, completely slick fretboard with no fretboard markers. It looks cool visually, but for me, practicality, especially when you get into like the lower types of stuff, like, you know, 7 strings and 8 strings, but even 6 strings still, like when you're looking down, it's although it looks cool when it's completely slick and completely one solid color, for practicality, man, I love just having huge fretboard markers, just huge points of reference. It doesn't matter how long I've been playing close to 15 years. It's just like, if it's there, it doesn't have to make me work extra harder. I can just focus on being creative and playing better, you know what I mean? So I just love how it looks, man. It just looks classy, along with the satin matte black finish, man. It just looks mean, badass, in your face. I love it. I love it. It's one of my favorite parts of this guitar, is the overall giant blocks on the fretboard. To continue, on the fretboard itself is the jumbo frets. I'm a huge fan of jumbo frets. I can't say I can't play other frets. I mean, that's very egotistical, but you know, for me, I just love the ability to grab onto it and not have to like worry about little dainty frets. You know, it's an acquired feeling, and just like once you have that feeling as a guitar player, I mean, we all know a guitar player, bass player, even drummers, I'm assuming. When you have that thing in your rig and your arsenal, you can't not have it, you know what I mean? And jumbo frets is one of those things that just like I love the way they feel, and just how you can, again, just grab onto it. You're nowhere near the actual fretboard itself, and this guitar excuse me, is so easy to manipulate and maneuver, and I can get any sort of pinch harmonic and any sort of lead stuff and lead bends out of it, and I just love the overall jumbo frets on this guitar. And one final positive, guys, I said this in the beginnings of the positives of this guitar, is the full-on metalness of this guitar. I mean, just the satin black matte finish with the EMGs and the ebony board. I mean, it's just, it's a metal guitar. Hands down, 100% a metal guitar, and I like that. Now, Dean guitars are certainly known for being knee-deep in the metal side of things, but they also offer a lot of classic rock and hard rock stuff. But it's awesome when a company is very versatile, and they're not just like so narrow-minded on solely metal or solely classic rock or solely hard rock type of stuff. I mean, Dean guitars even this year came out with a 7-string V as well as a 7-string ML, which I'm very interested in seeing if I can, you know, save up some pennies and get one myself. But you guys I think you guys know what I'm saying, right? It's just like, I like how this guitar is a metal guitar and a hard rock and classic rock originated brand. You guys get what I'm saying? This brand, Dean Guitars, has a lot of variety, and it's so awesome that they offer this guitar, which, I mean, I'm sure you could play some other stuff, but I really don't think too many people are playing jazz on this guitar. You guys get what I'm saying? But overall, guys, I've said this story a lot, but just a huge thank you to Dean, a huge thank you to Evan. In such a crappy time, unfortunately, other companies are, attacking you and attacking Dean Guitars. I think it's unfair. I don't have to state my opinions anymore. Everybody knows my opinions on that. But this is just like, it's so cool, and I view this right here, this gesture, this gift, as, it could have been anybody in the entire guitar community, but because it happened to me, it might as well have happened to everybody, because it's just a nice way to show that you care, that you're like in touch with the people who play your stuff, you're in touch with the guitar community in general. And I certainly know it does not go unnoticed with everybody that has seen what has transpired in the past 2 weeks. For the millionth and 1st time, thank you, Evan. You are the man. I am forever grateful. Thank you so much, dude. This thing is amazing, and you should be very proud of your product. So guys, what did you think of the tones? What did you think of the guitar? Leave it all down below in the comments of this video. And if you're brand new to my channel, again, please hit that subscribe button. Join my friends and family, my new friends, a lot of Dean friends here that I've now just met. And guys, I'm very, very happy to meet you all. And it's been a lot of fun talking with you guys this past weekend. And, thanks so much for jumping on my team and our team. And, I look forward to seeing you guys in the near future. All my social media links are down below, to include my Instagram, my Patreon page, all my albums and EPs. Everything that is affiliated with me is down below for your eyes only. If you want to check those things out, I'd really, really appreciate it. I am out of here, guys. Stay metal, and I'll see y'all very, very soon. Later.